Due to the recent hits on the ban list going toward Danger Thunder, I think I might as well get my ideas out on how I've been playing Pure Thunder Dragon recently. I believe this deck is going to be a lot better going into this format, considering that now the biggest competition this deck had was the going first boards that this deck had a problem with outing against Danger Thunder, and Orcus being able to summon Azathoth and basically turn off your entire deck. So with those two main decks being brought down a notch, especially Orcus, now that they have literally no access to Azathoth outside of hard making it during their turn to turn off hand traps, I think it's time that I finally put my hat in the ring on what I've been doing recently with Pure Thunder. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. For the main deck, it's fairly standard. 3 of all the Thunder Dragons. I don't think you should really deviate from this all that much. Matrix is really good going second, allowing you to go blow up things with Titan. Setting up that play is really good. Thunder Dragon just being a discard that you can activate at any time with no real repercussion is really nice. Hawk is ridiculous. Like you can't really deviate from these. I do believe that if they are going to hit this deck, I don't think they're going to hit it. At least if they're going to hit Pure, they're not going to be hitting Colossus. They're going to be hitting either Hawk, Roar, or Dark. Just because like this deck, the Pure version of this deck is very fragile in the ways that if you hit the consistency too much, this deck's reliance on 2-card combos almost becomes negligible. So I believe that playing 3 of all the Thunder Dragon monsters in the main is important. I don't play Duo. Duo I think is better in Danger Thunder because you have the ability to get to it a lot easier. It's more of an extender versus an actual starter card. And this deck's really reliant on 2-card combos, especially with things like Solar and Lupine. So for me, Solar is way better than Lupine. I only really ever want to see this if I'm like bricking, but I don't like this thing is weird because there's a combo with it to where you make Colossus that can't be killed by battle or card effects for once. But considering Colossus already basically can't, there's no real use for this combo outside of turn 1 like 3-card combos that get you to a 2-card combo that Solar could do better. So for that reason, I'm only playing 2 Lupine. You never want to draw this in multiples ever. You barely want to see it at all. But considering this deck does not run the Danger Engine, you're limited on what you can do turn 1. So Solar though is extremely good. It gets you basically for the activation of a Hawk, you get 2 more monsters. You get the Solar itself and the token that's summoning, which is weirdly mandatory. So yeah, that's weird. Anyway, that's it for the actual summons. For the hand traps, you're playing, or at least I'm playing, 3 Ash and 3 Impermanence. I'm finding these to be the best hand traps right now. Ash is just versatile against basically everything. Impermanence can shut down the Danger Thunder boards. So for example, it turns off their 1 Colossus, which they're not really ending on multiple Colossus unless you're going into game 2 and 3. This turns off their Hot Red or their Crystal Wing. This can turn off their Zombie Stein or number 38, depending on whatever they're playing. This can also help turn down their turn 1 plays. So if you hit like a Saryuja or something with this, it really does hurt because they not only don't get the draw, but they don't get the free summon of the hand as their extension. So if they invest their hand into Saryuja and you flip this on them, it really hurts them. This is also a lot better in the mirror because you don't really want to Ash the Solar or Veiler it. You rather Veil it over Ash it because the summoning of the token is more important most of the time than the actual dumping of a card. Because depending on the Pure builds, the build of the Pure, it really just comes down to do they have an extender in hand. So like, if they have a discard outlet like Thunder Dragon or Dark, they can still go off as long as they have at least a extender. So for the spells, I'm running 3 Fusion. This is probably my favorite card in the deck. It allows me to go into like some really nice late turn combos, and you can basically loop your entire deck with Roar and this, so that way you'll never really deck out. And every single turn you're putting at least a Titan on the field, and you can also use this to return your Thunder Dragons, so you can get 4 pops on the field instead of just 2. So this is really nice. For me, you're either running 3 or 1 of this. Like 2 is okay, is not really that great. It's kind of okay in Pure Danger, but like you're probably not even running this in Danger Thunder just because like you either are running Sekka's Light or you're running other things like Allure Darkness and Gold Sark. But for me, I like 3 Fusion in the main for Pure because it allows me the long-term extension. 3 Call by the Graves. If you get Veiler, you lose. It really just comes down to that. If they hit your Solar, or if you have to banish like a Thunder Dragon out of your hand to get the Aloof Lupine going off, and you don't have this, you kind of just lose the next turn. 3 Instant Fusion, probably one of my other favorite cards in the deck, because you have access to removal and also an extender. So like, you can have ridiculous hands where you have this plus Solar and a discard outlet. You can have like 3 Colossus, and if you have like a Hawk or something in hand, you can have 3 Colossus plus Titan. It's just going to be really ridiculous at times. Plus, going into the mirror match, you can use this to outing. Use Thousand Eyes Restrict to out your opponent's Thunder Dragon, or yeah, they're out their own Colossus, so this is a really nice card. I play 2 Pot Desires. I like it at 2. It's got a lot of... you don't really want to ever see multiples, and if you don't really want to resolve multiple of this in the same duel, because if you banish too many resources, it can be really bad. So like one of the things you have to do is always make sure that you have your Thunder Dragons out of your deck before you Pot of Desires, just so you have access to that infinite discard outlet or that infinite discard for the Titan effect. So for the last of the spells, 1 Gold Sark, 1 card destruction. This actually came up a few times where I just needed 1 more Thunder in the Grave. If not, and like this can actually be just some cheeky play. You could probably cut this for a 3rd Desires, but personally I'm liking card destruction just because it gets a Thunder in Grave. And then 1 Monster Reborn. Yeah, it's another extender. It's really nice. It's another Hawk, though it just doesn't count as a Thunder discard. So Hawk can be better than this at times, but just having this be an extender is really, really nice. So that is it for the main deck. For the extra, pretty standard. 3 Colossus, though rather not standard. I'm finding people cutting down on Titan. Like I said, I really like Fusion, and I really like Titan being able to just continually loop cards back to the deck to where every single turn you have a body on the field. And you can also use it to break boards. It's just really, really nice. 1 Kaminari and the 1000 Eyes. Like, this is your extender or slash starter, and this is your removal. Like, turn 1, turn 2. It's very simple. It's really, really nice. Oh, plus the fact that you can revive this off of Monster Reborn, reviving this and taking multiple cards can be a little bit ridiculous at times. Link Kuriboh for when you brick with Matrix, and Thousand Eyes, and you can actually get some of your discards off with Phoenix, and get the extra draw. Beat Cop for the Aloof Lupine combo. Boral Sword for ending games. Unicorn Phoenix for basic removal. And 2 copies of Summon Summer Summoner. That's it for the extra. For this being a new format, I feel like it's actually kind of important for me to go over my side, in my personal opinion on how I'm going to be siding this format. For me, it's 3 Phantasme. I don't own a 3rd Phantasme because I'm a poor college student, so this is a Veiler for now, but this is probably going to be a 3rd Phantasme. Yeah. 3 Droll. It's really good against Danger. Like I said, Droll, it helps your Danger your Danger Thunder matchup. It basically can turn off their turn. That deck is easily your hardest matchup overall. Plus, this can actually stop Endymion, which I've come to find just really nice. 3 Pankratops. It is the best budget card in the entire format. Probably one of the best budget cards of all time, other than like Call by the Grave. Yeah, like this should be in every side deck, no matter the format, and going on for a while. So, 3 Twin Twister. Like, yeah, it's really good. If you hit like Altergeist at the right time, it can just shut them off. Mystic Mind's gonna be a little bit more important going into this format, so having this is really good because it actually allows you to go into Titan, which can actually break your opponent's board, which you can't do with Mystic Mind. So, for the last 3 cards, 3 Summon Limit. Going first against Salad and just summoning a Colossus with this on the field, they basically cannot play the turn, yeah, this deck allows you to just win the Salad matchup going first, as long as you don't completely brick. Anyway, that is actually it for the Thunder Dragon Pure deck profile. If you guys enjoyed it, or if you have any comments, questions, or anything you think I could do to improve the deck, please let me know in the comments below. I actually enjoy reading it. So yeah, have a good day, guys. Later.